Louis, thank you so much for coming to my podcast and being my friend and client. I'm so excited to serve you. And how can I help you on your founder journey?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, you're lucky to have me. I'm a very busy person. Ever since I've done my startup, I've been learning the importance of having good legal strategists around you, supporting you through this process, because there's a lot of legalities. And I mean, just having you available is the biggest thing, because I get to look over contracts and, talk about how to incorporate and what type of incorporation to do and stuff like this. And obviously that's why you're useful.
I'm very happy to be of service to such a big and prominent person as you are.
You should be.
Yeah, I'm grateful every morning. Like I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, I'm grateful today for
I'm
being
your best client.
Yes.
And I always will be.
You just have to like make it big to be the best
Oh,
client.
I will. Do you know what I'm working on? I'm working on the next social currency for influencers. I'm trying to develop, everyone's going around and using their car to pay for things. Why can't we be using social following as a currency to pay for things? Ever since I became an influencer, I realized like there's this huge market that I want to address, because I'm sick and tired of having to pay for things when I have, 2.3 million followers across TikTok and Instagram. So for me, like I go to all these places every single day. I grab a coffee, I grab an acai, I grab a sandwich. If I post a story, it should be worth 10 sandwiches. So I was thinking to myself, why isn't there an app that does that? And that's why I created Storytime, because I wanted to be able to let all influencers get things for free and run around the city, just posting stories and not having to pay for things. And yeah, quite frankly, that was the inspiration to do this.
And I see how you can make a good impact helping those small businesses to get the word out there and promote their business. So let's talk about your business. How did you set it up? And what are you currently working on so I can help you throughout the journey?
It's a C Corp.
Delaware C Corp.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect. Like in 99% of the cases, for if you want to build a startup, which you want to be big, right? Like you want to be venture backed, next unicorn, next Uber. Yeah, so Delaware C Corp, correct, is the way to go. How did you do that?
I hired you first. That was the first step.
Okay.
And
You
yeah.
haven't paid me, I think. I'm just like
I
thinking
haven't
we're
paid you?
talking. We're talking. I'm like, did I charge you?
I've paid you. Don't be ridiculous.
Okay, I'll check with my assistant.
I mean, how do you want to be paid? I can give you a watch, or I can give you
Bentley.
a Bentley.
I mean, you
The
want to be
Hodgson
big.
Bentley.
Like yeah, like this cream color.
I have a better idea.
Okay.
I always carry some cash around me, so we can start with this. Is that sufficient? Does that
Oh
pay
my
some of the
God.
legal fees?
Wow.
Just put it in your pocket.
But is it legal? Am I gonna go to jail with you for this? Where is it coming from?
Does it matter if it's legal? Don't ask these questions. Why would you ask that question if it's legal or not? You're my lawyer. You're not supposed to ask that. You're supposed to take the money and put it under your mattress and don't talk about it. Don't ask me if it's legal.
I just don't want to get disbarred for that. And in the US, like in Europe, it's a different case. But like right now, we're in New York. And if it's not legal, if it's like some money from sanctioned countries, I'm afraid I cannot. Like it's...
Just put it in your pocket. Just put it over there.
We
Okay,
are
forget about it.
literally on the camera.
Don't ask questions and just take the money. And then don't complain about not being paid.
Okay, I see like $2 here, so
Okay,
I need to
that's
calculate.
not important. It's just the $100 are on the top. This for a reason.
Okay.
Most of them are hundreds. Okay.
Okay.
Just for the
And the source?
Just for the record, they're mostly hundreds.
And the source?
I do business. I deal with cash. I have a lot of cash.
This is your first business, Louis.
You
Don't
think this is my
bullshit
first
me.
business?
Yes.
I'm a businessman.
Papa is not
I'm a
my
serial entrepreneur. Do you know what a serial entrepreneur is? I have multiple businesses.
Being born in a rich family is not a business. I'm sorry. I'm just like being a friend. I mean,
I
your
don't pay
papa
you to
is
be
my
my
client.
friend. I don't pay you to be my friends. I have enough friends, Kristina, quite frankly.
Okay.
And you don't know how much business I do. Do you realize that like the responsibility that I have when I'm part of a huge family, okay, that has all these businesses in all these different sectors? I'm in charge of many people. I run an empire. You understand that? I might have not gone to law school, but I did my undergrad in Boston. And a lot of friends from
Harvard?
not Harvard, but I had a lot of friends from Harvard. And I invested in their businesses. So yeah, you can call me a serial entrepreneur.
Okay. So far,
Where did you do your undergrad?
I'm actually originally from Russia, so I didn't go to undergrad here. I went straight to law school. I did 5 years of law school, then my
Did they have
PhD.
law in Russia? Do they have law and order in Russia?
That's a good question, and
Let's not talk politics, but
Yeah, let's not talk politics. But I studied law for 5 years, then PhD, and then I studied law again here in the US. So from that experience, empire, it means that you build a business, you have high revenue, you're successful from building something people love. I haven't seen you build anything, honestly, yet. So let's be humble a little bit, shall we?
I mean, I consider myself a very humble person, first of all. And I haven't said I have built something. I mean, I'm in the process of building something. Give me 2 years.
Exactly. And that's why I'm here. So first, I really want to come back to this money because, Louis, I don't want to go to jail because of, I don't know, 10K. Like, I'm making more than a
10K?
million.
There's more than 10K in that.
Okay, I've never counted like the cash that much, but okay, this is not $1 million, so we're not going to jail for this amount. I need to know the source of the funds. If it's Papa, all good, but if we took the money from, I don't know, sanctioned person somewhere.
Is my country being sanctioned? No. So
What
why
is
would
your country?
my country is France? There's no sanctioning in France.
Okay, but how did you? Is it your money? Did you lend it? What is it? Like, is it your social media?
You know, as a lawyer, you like to ask a lot of questions. Like lawyers are like, you know, the kind of people that you just pay so they can help you keep things quiet and secrets. And they advise you on how to keep secrets, you know, legally and not get into more trouble.
Okay, Louis, listen. I am the lawyer and the person who is going like that. And if you're going like that with some random cash from sources I don't know about, that's not my direction. If you're going that's we're aligned. My job is to ensure you are successful, to keep you out of the trouble, to make sure we do everything the right way. We're efficient. We do everything right from the beginning. So let's start our relationship with a wire. I appreciate the cash, but let's...
Cherie, I was just trying to help you with the taxes, but that's fine. I'll take the cash.
I appreciate it. I would love to take you public, you know? And that's what we're going to have
Absolutely.
cash.
Absolutely. That's a cute notebook. Where'd you get it? The Barbie store?
This is a very cute notebook. It's actually my law firm, Lawlace.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is my name, Kristina. And yeah, it's Moleskine. I went to the store and made it because I love cute
You
things.
should make me one also.
Yeah. I will. Let's just like raise some venture money first. And that's going to be the price. You will have the notebook with Lawlace.
I will, but I just don't want to ask my papa for money, you know?
No. Let me tell you what venture money is. It's not papa, not mama. That's you building the product, you getting the traction, and then you're going to the investors, angel investors, venture funds, and you're showing, hey guys, my product is going like that. Do you want to ride with me that wave? If yes, you put money and we ride that together. So you don't want to raise money from your necessarily parents. Ideally, you raise money from sophisticated investors and from folks who help you to make it successful. So for example, let's take your social media and influencer business. It would be great to raise money from owners of those businesses. For example, chains like Sweet Green. It would be really great if they invest in you because they would help you to make your product successful. So that's venture funds. Not your papa, but angel investors, strategic investors, and venture funds. That's what we are targeting.
I know a lot of very wealthy people in this business, and the biggest thing is I just want to prove myself. The reason I try to avoid taking money is just because I try to prove myself, prove the MVP before raising more capital to do more scaling. And I don't want to take money until this thing's, flying. And then people are begging me to invest. For me, that's the thing. It's all about proving to people. The moment I take money from someone, I'm like, I need help. I don't want to feel like I need help. I want them to be begging me to invest.
Okay, so there are two things here. You definitely don't want to chase, you want to attract, and that's how founders attract the best investors. It's when they don't need them. Investors will be coming to you like, hey, please take our money. When you show that traction, and honestly, when you create FOMO, when you're like, okay, this thing is going, everyone wants that, that's hot. That's why everyone will be coming to you. But at the same time, I think it's not good to be arrogant and like, I don't want...
I'm the least arrogant person you'll ever meet. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, that's
I've been raised very humbly, okay? And
Where?
I've been raised in Europe, I've been this great family.
Tell the truth.
I'm telling the truth. Это правда.
But like, what did you drive what did your parents drive when you were a kid? Tell the truth.
Every car, it's like the most average cars, honestly.
What?
Mercedes. I barely drove in Maybachs, it was... My papa didn't own a Maybach until I was like 14. I drove in S-classes.
Poor you.
No, I get it. I mean, S-class is also nice, but it's not a Maybach.
Okay. Did you go to private school?
Of course I went to private school.
A
But I
little
didn't
bit.
go to the most expensive one. I had a lot of friends who went to Le Rosé, which is the most expensive one in Switzerland. I mean, it was just because my parents didn't want me to leave France, but yeah.
Okay, you come from
So don't
humble
call me spoiled, because there are other people that had different lives,
Okay.
Okay,
Everyone has their own standards, but you do want to raise money from people who would help you succeed.
Absolutely.
That's
For
the
me,
thing.
if I'm raising money, it's usually, like you said, from angel investors who are founders or even influencers, people that are in a space and who can help advise me towards the right direction with what I'm selling.
Exactly. So I think we're in the right place that we want to raise money from investors who bring value, both capital, but also strategy. They would help you with distribution, with knowledge. Okay, how do we get to that people? Of course, as we said, on the business side, you need to make sure there is traction. So they see the numbers, it's growing, so they want to join that trend. But also on the legal side, let's just make sure that we are covered. Cash. I don't want to see that shit. Like when you ask people for cash, no.
Okay,
It's going
no
to be
more
all
cash.
wires,
It's a
no
very-
more cash. No
It's
more
a
cash.
very simple solution. No more cash.
No more cash. Yeah.
I'll pay you in crypto.
I mean, I do accept crypto. So that's not
Problem
bad.
solved.
Problem solved.
You
You guys incorporated with Stripe. You came to me to
Let's
prepare.
just clear something real quick. This incorporation happened a long time ago. So we've been so focused on the business that we actually haven't been able to address the right steps towards incorporating the companies. That's why we were working with a lawyer. We started, as soon as we started something, the easiest way to incorporate a business is through Stripe. So that's why we resorted to Stripe, because it's the cheapest and easiest way. This happened months ago. So this is what we need from you to help us clean up and make things official and legalize everything.
Perfect. Okay. Tell me a little bit about what you currently have. You have the entity. You issued equity. Did you issue equity to everyone on your team or no?
Our team started with 2 people, and this is part of the process of right now what we're going through.
Okay. Sounds good. So I understand that you have 2 people and then the third co-founder joined. So we need to paper up their relationship with the company. We need to make sure there is consulting agreement in place. We need to issue actually equity to that person. We need to set up equity incentive plan to incentivize all of the advisors including me. I would love to
Mhm.
paper that up. That way, all of the intellectual property that you guys creating, the app, the idea, all of the contracts that you have going on with content creators, that should belong to the company. And that's what investors gonna look at, because they invest in you as a team, they believe in you, but they wanna make sure they invest in the entity that owns all of the assets. And they also want to make sure that you have the ties to the company, that the next day after getting $1 million, you just don't go to Europe to celebrate. So there should be vesting schedule for each of you at least 4 years, which guarantees to investors that you're going to stay with the company and work really hard for peanuts for at least 4 years. So that's what we need to make sure it's done. And I think for one of the team members, it hasn't been done. And that's the issue that will be raised during due diligence. We need to clean that up before.
Okay.
Okay, I'm glad that you are following, like, Louis. You started
I mean,
as...
you know the stuff best. Look, for me, the way that I view my business is that, I'm so focused on signing new businesses and, growing the influencer network that we have, that I don't have to deal with the legal stuff. Like, I want to pile that stuff over there and you legitimize it. And I do what I'm best at,
Okay.
which is content, making relations with business people, and just growing the business.
Okay.
Because the last thing I want to be looking at is a bunch of Stripe Atlas documents talking about who has what.
Perfect.
Yes, I want to make it legitimate, but I don't have time to be doing that.
Perfect. I like you more, like there is something that I feel like we
Everyone
getting
assumes I'm an
along.
asshole. I mean, I'm a very fair person. I'm a very reasonable person at the end of the day.
I'm starting to feel that. Yeah.
Good, as you should.
So, okay, we got that out of the way. And to prepare you for fundraising, what are the things that you need to think about before fundraising? Like, company owns the IP. Founders and the team members, they have the equity in the company with vesting schedule, IP assigned.
Mhm.
Then your entity is in good standing. You file the taxes, you paid the franchise tax with Delaware. So everything is papered up and airtight.
Yeah.
And then when you present your business stuff, when folks are interested, you open your data room with very clean, like nicely organized documents. They're like, okay, boom, 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 done, 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 money wired.
Mhm.
And in order to wire the money, I think we will use SAFE in this round. Potentially, if the round is bigger, we can do priced equity round, which I'm happy to help you paper up as well. And yeah, but due diligence and making sure it goes smooth, I think that's what we're going through. We identified those issues, we're going to fix them, and you will be way on your way to get your first money and finally start going like that.
Take off. Yeah, absolutely. I like the sound of that. Yeah, I mean, as long as I don't have to deal with the paperwork, that's why I like having a lawyer.
You just have to listen to me.
I listen to you all the time. When have I not listened to you?
We had 20-minute conversation on cash and you were arguing with me. Where
What?
is this trust?
What is cash? Like, why would you not want to accept cash?
Because
Cash is
I don't know
king.
I agree when it's a wire and we can trace the source
Yeah,
of
but
the
then
cash.
you have to deal with the taxes stuff, and who likes that stuff? Cash
You
is so
have
much
to
easier.
like. You have to like. Louis, we can...
Do you know how much
business
taxes? Do you think rich people stay rich because they pay taxes?
But you're not going to be profitable for a long time. So a lot of things that you're afraid of taxes...
You think every rich person is like, oh, tax season's coming up, I'm going to go do my taxes and follow my taxes? You think that's how rich people operate?
Once we have an exit with you, M&A or IPO, that's when you're going to have money and we're going to think about tax strategies. And I'm already optimizing your taxes because you have Delaware C Corp. Your stock is qualified small business stock. So we're already working on that. But
I mean,
for
I
many
can say I'm
years,
opening up my business in Europe and avoiding old taxes in some
but
places.
then sophisticated investors, they might not want that. They will still push you.
I can get
to
an
do-
investor from the UAE, from a Emirati fund. Give me the same amount from a US investor.
Okay, but would they help you to make your business successful in the US and New York?
They probably wouldn't, but they have more money than American investors.
But money and product market fit, money doesn't buy you product market fit. Like you can pour millions of dollars and
Money
still
can always buy you product market fit.
you're not gonna pay.
You know, having a sovereign fund invest in your business, I mean, of course you're going to be successful.
No.
Now, please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just making
Yeah.
assumptions
Look
here.
at this. There are like many examples of companies who raised way too much money. They haven't hit product market fit and they just poured money into hiring people, into marketing, advertising, and they just like run out of money because they are trying to go really fast without creating the value, without solving real problem. And so they never hit the revenue. You will just spend the money growing really fast. What you need to focus on, okay, what is it that I can create that solves a problem? And once you identify that, you hit that product market fit, that's when you raise money to fuel the growth, to grow faster. But if you're going in the wrong direction, you don't want to go faster in the wrong direction. You're going to burn more cash. So you don't need to raise hundreds of millions of dollars in the beginning. Also, one thing that I wanted to tell you about is dilution. The more money you raise from investors, the less equity you have in your company. You can imagine like this table, it's a pizza. And
I know how dilution works. I know how dilution works. I went to business school again.
Perfect.
I'm not incompetent.
If you raise too much money from this Dubai fund, you would give a big slice of pizza to that person, to that investor, without hitting the product market fit. You wouldn't be able to grow this pizza. So you will just be like that dead zombie startup that is on paper, raised a bunch of money, looks successful, but does shit.
Do all lawyers use pizzas as analogies in talking about businesses?
I think I'm an inventor, honestly. And I think I was proclaimed as like the best analogy for dilution that like just came down to me during one of those podcast interviews.
To who?
Ooh. People on the internet, like you're a content creator, you should know.
I'm sure if I went and wrote on Reddit, if people liked me, they would say yes.
Depends on who, like if you're Papa, probably. No, maybe not. I don't know. Well, we shall see. I like you, I do like you, Can you give me cash?
Cash?
Yeah. I just like never carry cash. I was like, maybe I can. Thank you. $100.
Now you're asking for a lot.
I mean, it's like 6 minutes of my time. Thank you.
Is it really? Just charge more.
I will charge you more.
I mean, don't charge me more. Just charge your other clients more.
Well, let's start with you.
Don't start with me. You know how many clients I met with today? I was running around New York City today, signing clients left and right. Every day I wake up and I will pack my day with meetings. You know who I do it for? I do it for you. Because my success is your success.
Yeah, your money is my money. That I agree. I kind of will have.
And your money is
my money. No, your money is our money and my money is my money.
You're not my accountant, you're my lawyer, okay?
That's why I have even more money from you. I mean, that's just how it works. Like the hourly rate, like I introduced you to the account and they charge like $3.50 an hour and I charge like $5.50 an hour. And then I bill many hours.
Do you know how much I should be charging an hour?
Whom?
Just to the public, like people who stop me in the streets, who ask for a photo. Am I charging them per hour? No, I should. I just charge them $100 per minute.
But why do you schedule so many meetings? If your time is valuable, like how many of these meetings actually close that you get the revenue?
Kristina, I do it for you. You're the fourth largest shareholder of my company.
There are only 4 people.
Yeah, and you're one of them.
I have only 1%.
Only? Do you realize what 1% of a trillion is? Huh?
Okay,
just give me a couple of years and you're gonna be thankful. Let's just put it like that. You know what they call a company worth $1 billion?
Unicorn?
A unicorn. Do you know what they're gonna be calling a company worth $1 trillion? a Louis company.
Like Louis Vuitton?
And that's, I mean, good analogy, but I'm referring about me here.
Mm.
And that's what I'm setting us up for.
Okay. Okay, how much money have we made so far? Because I'm counting
Don't worry about the
1%.
money. I'm not charging any of these clients.
What is the business?
The business is scaling, baby. It's all about scaling. You grow or die. It's very simple.
But you have to make money, otherwise it's not business.
So we're not trying to make any money for the next couple of years. It's all about valuation. It's all about long term. I don't care about making money from people. I want to have as much power over these people that I'm doing business with. For me, the name of the game is scaling. Making some money here and there is not, I don't care about that. I mean, we're talking like these deals could be worth tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and more. Those are pennies for me. It's about a long-term vision, you see? And I have a vision. That's why I'm entrepreneur.
What is the vision, Louis?
The vision is to scale, to create. I told you what the vision is. I'm creating the next currency for influencers, a social currency that they can use at whatever place they purchase, whatever kind of transaction there is. You can have the option to pay with your debit card, your credit card, and then story time.
How do we
That's
make
my
money?
vision. That's my vision.
How do we make money,
Forget
Louis?
about making money. Think about that vision.
Cool.
Can you fathom that vision? Do you realize how powerful that is?
I mean, I have the currency. Like, if you pay me in US dollars, I'm fine with that. Like, why do we need
You're
it?
thinking about pennies. You're thinking too small, Kristina. They call me a visionary for a reason.
Okay, let's get back to fundamentals.
Do
First
you read,
principles.
do you read Tolstoy?
I do. And Dostoevsky. Crime and punishment.
War and
If you're
Peace?
going to go into that direction, there will be punishment. You need to make sure you're actually making money. You're building something people want and they're willing to pay you for. That's called product market fit, Louis. If you're just scaling by burning money, we're just going to die fast.
Who says we're burning money? Look at WeWork. WeWork's a great example.
They went bankrupt, Louis.
He was a legend. He was a legend in my eyes. Why? Because he had a vision. And he wanted to scale. And he spends. I admire those kind of people. They're idols in my eyes.
Okay. I'm questioning my 1% right now. Okay, let's learn. Okay.
You gonna ask for more or what?
Or like for cash, I'm reconsidering maybe like taking that cash instead of the 1%.
That would be the worst investment you've ever made.
Yeah. I just want to make sure you think about things strategically because you idolize people who have the vision, but the execution just sucks.
I don't have idols. Okay, I'm my own idol.
Fair enough. Let's crystallize you as Louis. Where do you see yourself in 5-10 years? What do you want to achieve?
I'm on the top of the Forbes list, under 30.
You know who was on the top Forbes list and who's
Sam
in jail?
Bankman-Fried.
Yeah, so
Terrible example. I'm sorry, it's just, am I short, fat, and do I have like curly, weird hair? No, I'm not. I'm a tall, handsome European man taking over New York. So don't compare me to some little crypto guy.
okay, but you have very similar vision. Scale and grow no matter what. Burn a lot of cash no matter what. So let's be very clear. Louis, you want to be on Forbes, but let's dig a little bit deeper. For what? What have you achieved in 10 years? What kind of impact you made? What kind of product? How did it solve people's problem? Can you be clear on that?
So, I mean, growth is only possible with a team.
Okay.
And this whole team is in here.
Four of us.
Yes. So for me, the biggest thing is, first of all, your team who's supporting you through this process. What I'm building is software. So I need a lot of talent, with tech. And I need a proper salesperson who can educate me. And I'm very happy that I have a great team besides me. And most importantly, I have someone like you who can help me legally. So for me, the biggest thing about any successful business is your team. You need to have all the players there because
Okay, let's cut this bullshit. I know that. Like, let's go deeper. Like, okay, we have the successful team. We obviously would need more than 4 people and a cameraman. We will get to that. But like, what kind of problem you want to solve and what kind of impact you want to make? I think that's important. Like, what would be the reason why you own Forbes?
if you sat with me during these conversations that I have with these restaurant owners, who almost, went bankrupt, most of them after COVID. It's a very hard time during COVID. A lot of these restaurant places that you walk by every single day suffered greatly, and they're trying to just make it. The last thing I feel like I want to do is, first of all, charge someone. I want to help someone. Doing that gives me so much pride in what I do every day. If you heard the stories and you sat with me and you realize that these are good people and they're passionate about what they're serving, I mean, some of these people, like, it's their life. They've dedicated, sweat and a lot of hard work towards opening
Louis,
these places.
I would believe that, but I kind of know you. So this story just like really doesn't match with.
You think you know me, but you're mistaken as this, you think I have some kind of facade. But the truth is that I connect with these people and I respect these people and I want to help these people because of their business.
Okay, I buy that.
Have you met a restaurant owner?
Yeah, I just came out from dinner.
You met the owner?
No.
You should go to a meeting with one of these. I'll take you. You
Okay.
can shadow me.
Okay, let's do customer. That direction of thought I like. You should interview your customers and we should figure out how to commercialize because I don't like your idea of not making money at all. I like your desire to help people 100%, but let's find a way. What is the win-win? You have to solve the problem people are happy to pay you for solving, and they would feel pain if you don't create that product. That's what we want. That's how we will know there is a product market fit, baby. And that's when we raise the money because other investors would also know, okay, this is the real thing. We're solving the real problem. That's what we need to get. Hit product market fit. So, okay, one more thing that I wanted to talk to you about is product market fit. We discussed, I think we're on the same page, founder market fit. It's really important for investors early stage to believe not only you have the big market to address, you have the idea that has the potential to solve the issue, but also you are the right person to solve that. And that's called founder market fit. What makes you believe you're the best person to solve this problem?
I think I'm the most knowledgeable person in influencer marketing, considering my generation, which is the leaders of this space. Who else do you know who makes one video in 2 minutes and accumulates over 100 million views and gets into a bunch of news articles about being related to the richest person in the world? I mean,
your dad?
I hacked Google through one video that I just did outside of a little nightclub in, I've accumulated so many views in my videos. I mean, I think this speaks for itself.
Not really. Like, can you use that leverage and help to solve the problem? Like that connection I don't see. How you being famous and having this influence would help small businesses and other content creators to solve their problem, which is for small businesses, they want revenue.
I think undoubtedly that is one of the most unique offerings that I have, going to this business. Who else can do such virality? And I've learned so much through the power of influencer marketing because I'm a product of it. Of course, I'm knowledgeable about this industry. I know exactly how this stuff works. And I'm educating people who have no idea about how this works.
Do you educate?
Of course I educate. The whole, selling the software is to teach people on something they should be doing.
Meaning monetizing the social media presence.
What do you mean monetizing? I'm not monetizing my social media presence.
You want to create currency to help creators make money.
I am creating currency. I'm not only helping, small restaurant businesses in New York that are struggling, but I'm also helping, the girl who just went into college and she's struggling to pay her bills and rent, by offering her an ability to
Buy
save.
juice?
Sorry?
Buy juice? Or like a sandwich for free?
What do Jews have to do with this?
But you offering them to
Are we
get
talking about the Jewish
free-
community?
No, juice. Louis.
Juice. I thought you said
Louis.
Jews. The NYU student, okay, who has 3,000 followers, and she cannot. Who wants to pay $10
And she
for
cannot
her
afford to
juice?
buy a sandwich while going to NYU.
Yes, because her parents put her on a scholarship to go to NYU in the first place. And and she's from Alabama and she can barely afford it. So obviously that girl will profit from, it'll make sense for her to have story time. Because she might have 3,000 followers that are in New York. She might be a beautiful girl who's accumulating a lot of followers. So of course she should be able to have another currency to pay.
Okay. Let's test the market and see whether there is a product market fit.
I've
But
tested the market. I know there's a product fit.
how many paying customers do we have, Louis?
I told you, it's not about the paying customers.
Okay,
it's
how
about
many customers
the rates
at
of how
all?
many people are coming onto the business.
Okay, how many?
How many? I've signed like 7 to 10 businesses this past couple of weeks, and I have around 30 new conversations about interest in joining. I can anticipate around 30 new businesses in 2 months. And I'm being conservative.
Okay.
It starts slow, and then as soon as it's scaling, it's endless.
Okay.
I'm not just trying to help restaurant businesses. I'm going into food and beverage, first food and beverage.
Okay.
Then I want to conquer restaurants. Then I want to conquer gyms. I want to conquer all the lifestyle in this space,
Okay. Have you filed 83B election?
Yes, I filed that.
Okay. I just want to make sure that would be a problem if you didn't for the investor.
You can
due
ask my other
diligence.
lawyer about that.
You have another lawyer?
You think you're the only lawyer I have?
Duh. Are you cheating on me?
My chérie, if there's one thing I know, is never have one lawyer.
What? I'm
You
gonna
really take me as a
double-
one lawyer guy? You don't know me. You do not know me.
Oh, good news that you can afford 2 lawyers. I should double my legal fees.
I pay her in other currencies. The other one. I mean, if you're open to other forms of payments, I'm sure we can have something arranged.
Yeah, you mean like Bitcoin, Ethereum?
I mean more like personal, more
like social currency.
memorable payments.
Is it Bentley?
It's better than a Bentley.
But Louis, I just want to make something very straight between us.
Mm-hmm.
As lawyers, we're subject to ethical rules, so we cannot have, like romantic relationship between us. So I can't take that as a form of the payment, unfortunately.
Your loss, but okay.
You can think that. I just want to make sure that we're very clear on that, because I know you. I know you're dating the other lawyer. Honestly, I know her, so I just want to make sure that you can't pay me with that. I'm not as your other lawyer.
Chérie, I'm European now. I can have more than one.
Lawyer.
Yes. Lawyer, girlfriend.
Louis, I don't date clients because it violates ethical rules. I can have a client whom I dated, but from the client, we can't go into the romantic relationship. It's going to create conflict of interest, so that's not an option. I just want to make it very straight.
I mean, I was just giving you a compliment because there's not a lot of beautiful lawyers. So, I mean, it's a compliment for you. But okay, whatever you put on the table, it's fine. I'll respect that. And on that note, ready to grow story time to the next unicorn and eventually Louis. And yeah.
Thank you, Louis, for coming to my podcast and being professional for about 30% of it. I appreciate you. And, unlike other people think, I really believe in you. I think you have a lot of potential. You're very young. You have a lot to learn. And I'm excited to be on this journey with you.
Same here. Thank you, Kristina. I appreciate you.
Cheers.